At 18, I took in Ethan Cole, the school bad boy no one gave a second glance. I poured my heart into warming his, but it never worked. Then his childhood best friend showed up. That's when I saw he could be soft, just not with me. When I walked away, I fibbed, "I'll be right back." I never came back. 7 years later, on a bustling film set, he's a Hollywood star. He grabbed my arm, voice sharp. "Be right back? Where'd you disappear to?" My hands were clammy, pulse racing. Ethan Cole, the hotshot actor, stood just 15 feet away. One glance and we'd lock eyes. The assistant director called out, "Ethan, next scene's your big reunion with your ex. Show us longing like you can't let her go." Ethan's lips curled into a smirk, his tone biting. "Longing?" The assistant director faltered. "Not vibing with it? Once it's over, what's there to miss?" His voice was pure Ethan, lazy, edged with defiance. At 18, that same voice called my name, and sometimes gentle, sometimes low, Sarah. The crew's chatter buzzed behind me. I couldn't catch the assistant director's words, but Ethan's voice sliced through, cool and distant. "Ex-girlfriend? Long gone. I don't recycle old flames." Ouch. Old flames. No plans to rekindle here. Once this movie wrapped, we'd part ways. Clean slate. I was lost in thought when a coworker yelled, "Sarah, got those props?" The set went dead quiet. Gripping the props, I hightailed it out of there. Ethan didn't chase me. Maybe he didn't hear. Or maybe he heard and didn't care. While striking the set, I told my coworker, "Next time, call me Grace, not Sarah." "Why? Sarah's sweet. Grace sounds sharper, more pro." She chuckled, swallowing my half-baked excuse. This was my first gig as an assistant director. I knew Ethan was the lead before I signed on. He's Hollywood royalty. Mom and dad are A-list legends, with connections half the industry would kill for, and stupidly talented, snagging a Best Actor award at 25. The twist? I was his first love. I agonized over taking this job, but it was too good to pass up. I vowed he'd never know it was me. If he figured it out, I was done for. Our breakup 7 years ago, total train wreck. In my last letter, I wrote, "I knew you were a big shot from the start. I got close to dig up dirt on your family. Honestly, I'm not into bad boys. I go for classy guys. Let's never cross paths again. Bye." The harsher I wrote, the more my heart twisted. What did Ethan think when he read it? No clue, but he's the type to hold a grudge. If he caught me, my career could go up in smoke. A coworker swooned. Ethan's hotter in person than on the big screen. Those genes. His parents are icons. No surprise he's a looker. I'm obsessed with his vibe. Cool, polished. Total high school heartthrob material. I nearly snorted. Ethan? Heartthrob? Way off. He wasn't just not a heartthrob. He was the school's troublemaker everyone dodged. I'll never forget our first meeting. He'd just been in a brawl, bruises blooming across his skin, rain poured in sheets. People hustled by, but Ethan sat on the curb, still as stone. When I got close, he snapped. "Beat it." His voice was raw, like a stray dog ready to lunge. But I stayed. Hands shaky, I held my little floral umbrella over him. That's when Ethan Cole and I started. I shook off the memory. Set cleared, I needed a breather. The studio was chaos, so I ducked into the stairwell. The door swung open and cigarette smoke stung my nose. Ethan leaned in the shadows, a glowing ember pinched between his fingers. He glanced up, eyes half-lidded, just like back then. The stairwell was dim, silent. "Sorry for bugging you," I muttered, turning to go. Ethan's voice stopped me. "What's your job here?" "Assistant director." "Fresh grad?" "Yup." "Nice. Assistant to Director Zhang straight out of college." "Thanks." "How old?" 25. He laughed, low and sharp. "Same as me, and you're calling me sir?" "The assistant director calls you sir, and he's 43. "Say it again." I blinked. "Huh?" Swallowing my pride, I played along. "Mr. Cole." In the faint light, did his mouth twitch? A cold smirk that sent shivers down my spine. I clung to hope. No way he recognized me. 7 years ago, I was a scrawny, pale nobody. Now folks say I'm pretty. Even my cousins barely know me, especially in this dark stairwell. "I'll leave you to it. Rest up." "Hang on," he called. "What's your name?" The question hit like a fastball. "Sarah Grace." "I'm Sarah Grace. Ever go by anything else?" "Nope." Ethan went quiet. Sweat soaked my back. I used to be Sarah Ann. Changed it later. He lied to me once. My turn, even score. Sophomore year summer, I met Ethan on a street corner. He said he was homeless, no family. I bought it. Thought he was like me, broke, cast aside. My mom hated me for being a girl. After my parents split, they remarried, had sons. Neither wanted me. I got shipped to my aunt's basement. I kept my head down, played nice. Obedience meant food. Ethan and I were opposites. He smoked, fought, caused trouble everywhere. I was quiet, shy, all about grades. Junior year, we shared a class. I was front row, he was back. No one knew his deal. Rumors called him an orphan, a drifter. At school, we were strangers, but nobody knew Ethan tapped my basement window every night. I gave him a corner of the floor to crash. Before my aunt woke, he'd slip out like he was never there. He ditched class, always banged up from fights. I cleaned his cuts. "Sarah Ann, ease up, will ya?" He'd gripe. "Call me Sarah." "Fine, Miss Sarah." Sarah was my grandma's nickname for me. Warmer than Sarah Ann. I loved it. With Ethan crashing at my place, I started thinking he had it worse than me. I even got this crazy idea. When I forgot my textbook and the teacher reamed me, Ethan marched up, tossing his book on my desk. When some kids from another class messed with me and I froze, he stepped in. "She's mine. Touch her, you're toast." I thought we clicked. Later, I learned it wasn't that at all. Ethan was a Hollywood prince. Mansions, fast cars, the works. One of his sneakers could have bought my entire closet. He was just using me to stick it to his family. When did it hit me? When Lily Harper rolled in. My thoughts snapped back. Back on set, someone handed me a milk tea. A coworker chirped, "Lily Harper's back, treating the crew." "Look, she's with Ethan." Total Hollywood power couple. I glanced over. Lily was pouting, flirting. Ethan tilted his head, listening. Like everyone, I couldn't look away from the perfect pair. Then, Ethan turned, his eyes pinning me. I ducked my head. When I looked up, he wasn't watching, like it was all in my head. Lily kept cooing. "Ethan, after this film, let's hit Paris for Fashion Week." Her voice, her tone, same as 7 years ago. I sank into memories. High school, Ethan and I kept it chill, just friends, until the college entrance exams ended. That summer, we partied late. One night, some drunk punks tailed me. Ethan came out of nowhere, fists flying, scattering them. Maybe it was the freedom of no more tests, or maybe we'd grown up. Suddenly, Ethan was hot. I worked up the nerve to confess. Then I took the lead, holding hands, hugging, our first kiss. Ethan wasn't all in, but he didn't push me away. He was stiff, never sweet-talked. But in ways, he was perfect. Always showed up when I called, spoiled me with whatever I needed. He never brought me around his friends. Once I popped by the pool hall to surprise him. He got tense, snapped, "Don't come back here." I brushed it off, figured it was just him, until Lily Harper showed up. She rocked a designer dress, makeup flawless, like a spotlight in my drab world. She pouted, calling, "Ethan. Ethan, what are you doing in a dump like this?" "Ethan, where's that new Porsche? Take me for a ride." Porsche nearly snapped my spine. Lily glanced at me, all innocent. "Ethan, who's she?" "Hi, I'm Ethan's girlfriend." "What? No way Ethan's into you. I'm his fiancé. Our families set it up." "Bull," Ethan growled, shoving Lily out. "Don't buy her crap. I never agreed to any engagement." His words felt thin. Later, his parents found me. That's when I learned he was entertainment elite. Not just elite, his family practically ran the show. He and his parents clashed. He ditched his fancy private school for our public one. Refused to go home. His folks were always jet-setting, clueless about his life. At the end, his dad said, "Sarah, Ethan's a rebel. He's with you to tick us off, not because he loves you. He's done this before. Watch how he treats Lily." He loves Lily. They grew up together, so he doesn't see it yet. Sarah, we're from different worlds. It hit like lightning. Then I saw his dad was right. Ethan griped about Lily, but he humored her. He indulged her fits, gave in to her whims. The worst was that one time. One second, Lily mocked my thrift store clothes. The next, when Ethan appeared, she flipped to damsel mode. "Ethan, Sarah shoved me toward those creeps. I was scared stiff." Ethan turned, worried. "Sarah, I told you, steer clear of her." Lily smirked behind him. That moment, it clicked. Lots of actors keep pads near sets. Ethan, too. I'd read he basically lived here. The place was pristine. In the dressing room, a small floral umbrella stood out, the one I held over Ethan years ago. Old, cheap, but front and center. I remembered that rainy day. I shielded him with that umbrella. He kept trying to scare me off. I don't know what gave me the guts, but I checked his wounds under his jacket. "You're such a..." He almost swore, then stopped. "I'm fine. No hospital." I pushed the umbrella into his hands. "Wait here, I'll get meds and be back." "Get out of here!" He was mad. 10 minutes later, I was back. Meds, food, the works. I was soaked, dripping wet. He just looked at me. After that, Ethan never cussed at me again. I learned later he was stunned. No one in his life ever came back. I was the first. Memories faded. I slipped on the women's clothes. Half dressed, the door flew open. Ethan and I locked eyes. Super awkward. He backed out quick. Once I was dressed, he rushed in, panicked. "You were so quiet. I thought you bailed again." "Don't bark at me," I said. Ethan froze, fire gone. That line always worked. When he got mad, I'd say, "Don't bark," and he'd chill. Still did. I pushed. "I'm the one who should be mad. You didn't knock." "Didn't know you were there." His face went red. "I swear I didn't see anything. If you're weirded out, I'm sorry." "It's cool," I said, too tired to care. "Not like you haven't seen it." Big mistake. The words slipped out. Ethan's lips tightened, his face and neck flushed. I switched gears. "No scenes today?" "Wrapped early. Cooking porridge. Take your meds later." I'd caught a cold from the water. Ethan brought porridge, still rocking an apron. I couldn't help staring. Big bad wolf in an apron? Almost husband material. "What's that?" I said, "Thanks." His eyes sparkled like a pup getting a treat, but his tone stayed gruff. "Finish the porridge. No wasting. Want anything else? I can whip it up. No need to fuss. Do your thing." "No scenes tomorrow. Staying here tonight. Got time to prep food." I hesitated. "You're crashing here?" "Yup. I'll take the spare room. No extra bedding. You're sick? Stay in bed. Don't push it." He pointed at the floor. "Old school. I'll crash here." That night, my fever spiked. Ethan barely slept, swapping cold compresses. Fever dreams blurred into that old basement. Ethan slept on the floor, keeping distance like he was avoiding me. Once, he was sick, hiding it. Midnight, I noticed, touched his forehead, scorching. I ran upstairs for meds, wiped his face nonstop. Ethan grabbed my hand, gripping hard, like I'd vanish. Only when he dozed off did he let go. Our closest moment before graduation. Most times, we were strangers at school, just passing by. The night blurred by in a fever haze. Morning hit, Ethan was gone. He came to me once, emergency reshoot. But the table was loaded, food ready to go. Center stage, fancy chocolate. I was munching when the door opened. Thought it was Ethan. It was his manager, his best bud. He gawked. "Whoa, Ethan's stashing a girl?" I explained I was just the assistant director. He asked my name. "Call me Sarah." He froze like he'd seen a ghost. "Sarah? The Sarah?" "What's that mean?" He grinned, like it all clicked. "You're her." Still lost, I waited. "Ethan lost it looking for you back then." I blinked. "Couldn't find you." He crashed. Stopped eating, sleeping, hit rock bottom. Rough times. He smiled, warm. "Now you're back. 7 years and he's done torturing himself." "No way," I said. "We were only a thing for 3 months. Not that deep." "How not? Ethan's an actor because of you." I froze. His parents' drama made him hate acting. They wanted him as a kid star. He said no. Then, after you left, he decided to be a star. Said you loved movies, so he'd shine bright enough for you to see. It was true. One restless night, I'd rambled to Ethan. "Ethan, awake?" "Yup." "Watched Roman Holiday today. Loved it. Not my jam. I'm crazy about movies. Wish I could make them someday, but it costs a ton and I'm broke. It's not. Go for it." I thought he was clueless, dreaming big, so I let it go. He remembered. The manager sighed. 3 months and it stuck with him forever. That afternoon, Ethan rolled in. He eyed his manager. "What are you doing here?" "Film's wrapping. Just cleaning up." "Don't bother. I'm taking a break. No bookings." Wow, ditching bras for love. "Remember when you couldn't find her?" Cried like a kid. Ethan cut him off. "Not in front of my girlfriend." "Ex-girlfriend," I corrected. "You never dumped me face to face, so it doesn't count." I wrote a letter. Just a letter. I trashed it. Could have been anyone. The manager sensed the vibe and slipped out. I said, "Ethan, you're not pissed. I threatened to spill your family dirt in that letter." He laughed. "You wouldn't. Even if you did, you think I missed the headlines?" I had no comeback. He washed fruit. I pushed. "Breakups only take one. Whether you agree or not, we're over." Ethan stopped. "Then I'll win you back." "No point, Ethan." "You mad?" He lit a cigarette, annoyed, but glanced at me and snuffed it. "Because I hid my family? Or Lily Harper and I didn't clear things up?" "Both, but not really. Ethan, we're on different roads. Drop it." The room went dead quiet. After forever, his eyes red, he said coldly, "I'm not dropping it." I brushed off Ethan's words. Film done, I headed to my hometown. My aunt's old place was getting torn down. She needed help clearing it. She'd favored her kid, but she raised me. I couldn't bail on her. Passing our old high school, the buildings were redone, barely familiar. I lingered at the gate when a guy called out, Hey, I know you. A man my age stepped from the security booth. You went here, right? Same class as Ethan Cole? I nodded. You are? Fought Ethan once. Where's he? Didn't he always shadow you? I blinked. Shadow me? Yeah. Every night after school, he'd tail you home, make sure you were safe. You didn't know? News to me. Seeing my doubt, he went on. Craziest was mid-fight. He stopped, said school was out, had to go. I was like, him? School? Tailed him, curious. Saw him wait at the gate for you, then follow you home till you were safe before coming back to scrap. He pointed to a sycamore. He stood there. 17, Ethan in black, buzz cut, blending into the night. A breeze hit. Felt like he was still there, stars in his shadow. My aunt called, rushing me. At her place, we cleared the basement. My old bed, desk, hauled out. She said, Sarah, check this. She pointed to a dark floor corner. My name, carved over and over. Was that the boy? She added, the one who's a star now. I froze. How'd you know? He came to me once. When? Remember the cigarette butts? I chewed you out. Yup. You swore they were yours, stubborn as hell, but I knew you weren't like that. Her voice softened, nostalgic. When I yelled, he was outside the window, saw it all. Later he came, knelt, apologized, begged me not to blame you. I gripped my shirt, breath stuck. I worried he'd drag you down, so I banned him from staying. That explained it. End of junior year, Ethan stopped crashing over. At school, he hung with rough kids. I never got to ask. Until one day, I gathered the courage. Before I could speak, some guys laughed. Ethan's got a nerd warming his bed. Mid-sentence, Ethan's fist flew, busting a kid's nose. She's a girl! Don't talk crap! First time I saw him lose it, almost wild, I ran, spooked. Next day, passing my desk, he mumbled, got a place to stay. His answer. My fingers traced the carvings, where Ethan slept, proof of restless nights. He never said a thing, but in his heart, he'd called my name thousands of times. Day before the house came down, I walked from school to my aunt's, the old path shaded by sycamores. At the end, I saw the basement's tiny window. Like a gut feeling, I turned. Ethan, masked, stood across the street. 20 minutes later, we sat in our old diner. Post-film, I dodged his calls. He still found me. Next door was the old pool hall. Watching kids stream and I needed an answer. Ethan, that summer, I came to the pool hall to find you. Yeah, you were mad, told me to leave. Know how much that stung? He paused. I wasn't mad, Sarah. I was freaked out, panicked. Freaked out why? That place was sketchy. The guy I was meeting was bad news, looking for a fight. When you showed up, I lost it, scared they'd go after you. He frowned, digging up the memory. Sorry, Sarah. I was too wired, made you think wrong. The diner called our order. I asked Ethan to grab a water. While he was gone, some rough guys circled me. Hey, cutie, wanna hang? Your boyfriend? Eating with a mask, what's his deal? I shot back. Back off. Spicy. Gotta have fun now. The leader reached for my shoulder. A yelp followed. Ethan nearly broke his wrist. Jerk! Mess him up. Ethan shielded me. No mask, pure rage. I stared, stunned. This was Ethan. My Ethan, back. Fierce. Hot-tempered. Always protecting me. No question he could take them all. But I had to stop him. He's a star now, can't get caught brawling. Ethan was stubborn, glaring at the four, itching for a fight. I tugged his arm gently. Ethan, don't. I'm scared. He froze. Like ice water hit him, his fury melted, softening. Fine. Ethan, let's bolt. He grabbed my hand and we ran. Through streets, crowds. We ran, no stopping. My heart pounded, loud in my ears. Last time I felt this was him, the boy who lit up my teenage years. Right now, he was still that fiery kid. We ran to my aunt's, ducked into the basement. Empty now, set to be torn down tomorrow. No lights, just moonlight. Ethan, Sarah. We spoke at once. I went first. Did you really walk me home every day? Yup. Your route was dicey. Girls got hassled. You alone? I wasn't cool with that. Why not tell me? Why? He said, lazy. You're a worrier. Telling you would have stressed you out. You had exams. Focus on that. I handled the rest. I pointed at the carvings. What's this about? It's I love you. I froze. At 18, you never said it. He looked down, slow, didn't know how. Ethan's past was rough. Parents, but barely there. Raised cold, no one taught him love or how to show it. He thought showing up, buying me stuff was enough. My boldness thrilled him. But love, closeness, foreign. So he stayed distant. He'd practiced in front of a mirror, clumsy. Couldn't say it, so he wrote it. Folded 1,000 paper cranes, each with I love you. Planned to give them to me on my birthday. Never made it. Acting taught him to live other lives, to speak his heart, but the one he wanted was gone. I paused, then asked, "Lily Harper, you were so good to her." He shook his head. "She saved my life." My eyes went wide. How? When we were kids, my parents ignored me. She'd come hang out. Once I had a fever and she caught it first. Cried, made a fuss, got the grown-ups to notice. Docs said a delay could have messed me up bad. He laughed, bitter. After that, I swore to treat her like a sister. Always have. But that summer, something else went down. Lily threatened me. If I didn't play nice, she'd rat to my parents, make them hate you. They trusted her. If she spun a story, you'd be screwed. I didn't trust my parents either. If they got mad, they might have tanked your college shot. It hit me. "So you told me to avoid her?" Yup. He knew what I meant. When Lily said you hurt her, I didn't buy it. I just wanted you to stay away, not even talk, to be safe. He hung his head, like a scolded pup. Didn't think it hurt you so bad. Sarah, you could have just asked? Looking back, my heart was a mess. He didn't know love. Neither did I. Ditched by my parents, I lost the guts to question. Growing up, I just obeyed. In my world, being good, quiet, got me a rare pat on the head, kept me from being tossed out again. With Ethan, I'd rather hurt than ask. Couldn't even get mad. Not knowing love? Our shared flaw. Ethan was a stray dog. So was I. Just a pup craving a lifeline. Moonlight cold, Ethan held my hand, never letting go. One last thing to clear up. I said, serious. Your parents paid for me to go abroad. Guessed as much. I could have stayed, but it was my only chance to study abroad. I was selfish. I get it. He smiled, soft and rare. Sarah, you're too good, it kills me. But I want you to be selfish, not hurt yourself. My career's still first. Cool, I'll stick close. You're a star, big future. Why tag along? So, I became a star for you. Sarah, I'm your personal bodyguard. Like before. Walking every dark road with you. I leaned on his shoulder, wiped out. Ethan, we were only together 3 months. He kissed my forehead, gentle. My feelings? Way more than 3 months. Ethan moved quick. Next day, he posted online, tagging me. 3 months for a lifetime. The internet went wild, fans buzzing. I worried his parents would meddle, but I was wrong. At 25, Ethan was unstoppable. 7 years ago, they couldn't control him, so they came for me. Back then, I lost to my own fear. After Ethan's post, someone else trended. Lily Harper. She stormed in, fuming. No wonder you looked familiar. You're Sarah Ann. I'm Sarah Grace. Whatever. Dump Ethan. I'm his fiancée. I started to speak, then stopped. Ethan appeared behind Lily. She kept poking. Seen what the internet says? They call you a homewrecker, stealing Ethan from me. Want your job? Break up. Give him back. What's this about us I don't know? Ethan said, icy. Lily went pitiful. Ethan, how'd she fool you? Watch it. I don't hit women. His tone was a warning. Lily paled, spooked. You said you'd treat me like a sister, always be good. Why are you mad? I've done my part, Lily. Sisters don't overstep. Keep it up, and you're not even that. Lily, never chewed out like this, blew up. Ethan, you're brainwashed. I'm holding a press conference. You're both toast. Her homewrecker labels forever. First, our engagement has no proof, just old folks' chatter I've shut down. He squinted. Second, try it, and I won't play nice. Lily snapped. This broke nobody's not worthy of you. Ethan looked at her, almost sad. Always broke, Lily. Ever really loved someone? Of course. I love you. Nope. He cut in. If my last name wasn't Cole, if my parents weren't stars, if I was just a punk scrapping and smoking, would you love me? Lily froze, like it never crossed her mind. If you saw me on the curb in the rain, would you hold an umbrella? Nah. You'd call me trash. You love my name, not me. You can't even handle that. I was once a nobody. He pulled me away. I glanced past. Lily stood, lost. No clue if she got it. Next day, word spread. Lily held her press conference. Ethan couldn't stop it. He'd braced for damage control, but it wasn't what we thought. Lily, dolled up, faced the cameras. Her eyes were red like she'd cried all night. Today, I'm setting something straight. She bit her lip. There's no engagement with Ethan. The room erupted. Everyone expected a juicy scandal. Ethan and I grew up together because our families worked together. He's always been a brother, and I see him the same. The engagement? Just gossip. We never confirmed it, and our parents' comments were nothing. I've never loved Ethan like that, and he hasn't either. Stop spreading lies. As for Sarah, she paused, serious. She's Ethan's first love, the only sister-in-law I, Lily Harper, respect. I misjudged her by her looks, and I'm sorry. The internet lost it. Fans dug up Lily's old comments on judging appearances, going wild. But one win, Ethan's prep wasn't needed. Lily jetted abroad, said she wanted a fresh start, new people. 6 months later, Ethan's dad got sick, couldn't work. His mom scaled back to care for him. Ethan's career skyrocketed and he took over the family business. With that power, no one could touch his choices. After his wake-up call, Ethan was different. What he lacked before, he made up for now. Half his posts online were about me, dropping my name on shows. I was a wreck. My girlfriend pulled me out of the dark, showed me light. But there's a downside. If he can't find me, he freaks, scared I'll vanish again. Some nights, in dreams, he holds me tight, won't let go. Sarah? Sarah! Sarah! He calls my name, relentless. It takes me back to those carvings under the basement dust. Spring, 27. Ethan and I hit up our old high school. Youth's like seasons, always turning. There's always someone at their peak. Always someone tripping over first loves, clueless. Outside our old classroom, a huge sycamore loomed. We listened to kids reading inside. I asked, if I hadn't come back after 7 years, you would've. Sure, he said. That rainy day you came back, so I know you'd do it again. I'm the only one who left and returned in his life. Still am. We stood by the classroom window. The assistant director said, Mr. Cole, next scene's the ex-reunion. Show longing, can't let go. Sarah, I love you. In high school, I picked up a stray nobody wanted. Today's 10 years since I found him, and the day we got married. If anyone asks, what's the best love letter you ever got? I'd say, the walk home after school, the quiet nights we shared, the silent carvings in the dust. Here's to us. Happy forever.